Next on the Shield, a blood shortage in Indiana.
Plus, the Pokemon Go craze has come to campus. Find out where the best spots around campus are. This episode of The Shield starts right now.
Live from the VUTV studio in Schnabel Hall on the campus of Valparaiso University. This is The Shield on VUTV.
Thank you for joining us on The Shield. I'm Max Grover.
And I'm Eric Ruzanski. Graduation applications for this year's spring graduating class are due by October 1st. If you want to receive your diploma, you must fill out this form before the deadline. Pokemon Go is a craze that has spread throughout the world recently, and Valpo is no exception. Jessica Burns reports.
To mark their 20th anniversary, Pokemon teamed up with Niantic to create Pokemon Go. The augmented reality game released July 6th for Apple and Android devices topped charts just hours after its release. Pokemon Go has made an impact on local businesses and also here on campus.
Doduo shows up every so often. Before there were Magnemite and just the basic Pokemon that always show up everywhere.
Exploration is one of the main points of the game. Players are able to visit Pokestops such as statues and monuments to receive free items.
Best Pokestops have to be around Gellerson because they always reset after like one lap. So the time you make one around, you can go again.
Players are able to train and battle at gyms, which is a major part of the main series.
The chapel's a gym and the statue in front of the Vuk is a gym. So those are the two main ones people go to. There are some easy ones sometimes, but others are like in the 2000 CP range.
In order to become a master, players must travel around to catch Pokemon in their neighborhoods. Pokemon Go not only brings players enjoyment, it has also brought people together to form a sense of community.
I feel like a lot of people like come together and play it sometimes. I see groups out at night and there's an entire like Pokemon brigade that talks about like the main games, side games, Pokemon Go, all sorts of stuff.
Coming out September 16th is the Pokemon Go Plus, a Bluetooth device that allows people to play the game without having to look at their phones, making it easier for players to catch them all.
There is currently a blood shortage in northern Indiana. Valparaiso University recently hosted a blood drive in order to help fight the deficit. VUTV's Matthew Stoughton reports.
Most summers at some point we will hit an emergency need or have a blood shortage where it's literally we're sending the blood out to the hospitals as fast as we can collect it.
Summer usually means that with vacations, people's schedules are more scattered, so trips to the local blood bank become less frequent. Trish Cochran from the Porter County Blood Services says the current national blood shortage is worse than normal.
In my experience, an emergency lasts for about 3 weeks. Is about the longest that I recall from my memory. And now it's been, we're going on almost 2 months of just this shortage, this emergency need.
This past July, the Red Cross made a press release about the severe shortage. According to their website, blood donations have fallen short of hospital needs for the past few months. Currently, they are down 39,000 donations. In order to combat this shortage, the university's Red Cross Club and the Red Cross Services of Porter County are teaming up.
We've partnered with our Northwest Indiana branch of the American Red Cross to alleviate the critical blood shortage.
This week, their efforts come together for the Valparaiso University Blood Drive in the Hare Union. It'll be this Thursday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. They're saying that, in fact, students make up one of the most important groups of blood donors.
Given that they make up 25 to 30% of the donors in America, they are a critical part of our blood supply in this country.
Student donations go way beyond saving the blood supply. They save people's lives across the country. And for president of the Red Cross Club, Colton Mainhout, donating blood isn't just important, it's personal.
I'd give blood because when I was a little kid, my grandma has had cancer since I was about I'd say 7 years old, and she's had to gone through multiple surgeries, and without donations like that, she might not have made it through all of her surgeries.
It's for people like Colton's grandmother and other patients battling cancer or going through transplants that need blood. He has a message for those across campus about how far your 1 pint of blood goes.
When it comes to liver transplants and kidney transplants, those can use up to 110 pints of blood just during one surgery. So it's really important that there's a lot of donations going around so these people can get their blood. You could save 3 lives.
With VUTV News, I'm meteorologist Matt Standridge.
Coming up, 9/11, 15 years later.
Next on The Shield, the man who tried to assassinate President Reagan has been released from a psychiatric hospital.
Plus, the effects of the Pulse nightclub shooting are still being felt by many involved. We have that and more when we come back. Okay.
Valparaiso University, where passion meets purpose.
A town in Ohio has recently posted pictures of an overdosed couple passed out in a car with a child sitting in the back seat. Now, officials are also releasing their mugshots. James Accord was sentenced to almost 1 year in jail on Thursday for child endangerment and driving while impaired. But Rhonda Pasek, who was in the car with him, has pleaded not guilty. Her pretrial hearing on child endangerment and other charges is set for next week.
People across the nation Sunday remembered the events of September 11, 2001. Perhaps the most closely watched was in the lower Manhattan area, where once stood the Twin Towers, and where so much rebuilding has taken place. Reporter Karen Kafia has more on the ceremonies.
Americans stopped Sunday to remember the terror attacks of September 11, 2001, and honor the nearly 3,000 people killed that day. New York's memorial spanned much of the morning. There were moments of silence at the exact times al-Qaeda hijackers flew planes into the World Trade Center towers, and at the moments the towers fell. Family members read out the names of the victims.
Denise Lenore Benedetto.
Brian Craig Bennett.
Both presidential candidates took a break from the campaign trail to attend. Democrat Hillary Clinton left early because she was feeling ill, according to her campaign, but was all smiles about 2 hours later as she left her daughter's apartment. A moment of silence was held at the Pentagon, too, where President Obama placed a wreath and addressed the crowd.
May God bless the memory of the loved ones here and across the country. They remain in our hearts today.
And Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where Flight 93 crashed into a field, was not forgotten. In New York, the Freedom Tower now stands where the Twin Towers once did, a monument to resilience and the memories of the lives lost. In New York, I'm Karen Kafia.
Even the presidential race took a backseat on 9/11 as both candidates attended the ceremony held at Ground Zero, though one had to make an early exit. Karen Kafia has the details from New York.
Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump took a break from the campaign trail Sunday, attending a September 11th memorial ceremony in New York City. Clinton left the event early, saying she wasn't feeling well. Campaign spokesman Nick Merrill released a statement soon after Clinton's departure. Secretary Clinton attended the September 11th commemoration ceremony for just 1 hour and 30 minutes this morning to pay her respects and greet some of the families of the fallen. During the ceremony, she felt overheated, so departed to go to her daughter's apartment and is feeling much better. Sunday marks the 15-year anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks. In New York, a moment of silence commemorating the moment al-Qaeda hijackers steered airplanes into each of the World Trade Center's towers. A moment of silence at the Pentagon, too, where the president placed a wreath. Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where Flight 93 crashed into a field, was not forgotten. Crowds in New York paused again when the towers collapsed, the south, which fell first, and then the north. The Freedom Tower now stands taller here than the Twin Towers did. A glittering monument of resilience and the memory of the lives lost. In Lower Manhattan, I'm Karen Kafa.
A Florida private security company that employed the Pulse nightclub shooter has been fined. The company GS4 was fined just over $150,000 by the Florida Department of Agriculture. GS4 told CNN in an email the fine is for an administrative error. That error being the psychologist listed on Omar Mateen's license application did not evaluate him. GS4 maintains that all of its security guards that apply for said license receive a proper evaluation. The release stressed the fine is not finding of misconduct nor intentional wrongdoing.
The man who tried to assassinate President Reagan has been released from a psychiatric hospital. John Hinckley Jr. left St. Elizabeth's Hospital in Washington today. Hinckley shot and wounded President Reagan and 3 others outside the Washington Hilton Hotel in 1981. But he was later found not guilty by the reason of insanity and committed to St. Elizabeth's. Doctors now say that he has been recovered from his mental illness. A judge decided in July to allow Hinckley to live full-time with his mother in Williamsburg, Virginia. He has been making extended visits to his family for years as part of his rehabilitation.
And after the break, Adam Sherwinski will have more on the wonderful weather we've been having this week. Will it last? After the break.
On a campus plagued with terrible weather, Valpo students suffer from boredom with no motivation to leave their room. They begin to search for free movies and stumble upon Valpo's new free movie streaming website, where you get unlimited free access to recent movies like Despicable Me 2 and Jobs at the tips of your fingers. So if you're feeling bored, then don't wait. Grab some friends, find a seat, and enjoy a movie on movies.valpo.edu.
Well, hello everybody. Currently we have clear conditions overall here across northwest Indiana. Now, if you look out to our west, you'll see that we have some showers and a few thunderstorms, lots of cloudier conditions associated with the cold front out to our west. Now, is that coming our way? That's your next question. Yes, it is. We're going to have another chance of showers and thunderstorms after we saw last weekend. We're going to see some more today. As that system moves out of here, we're going to have another chance of actually pretty nice conditions overall here in northwest Indiana. Temperatures are going to change as well because we do have a cold front coming in. So overall, for the next few hours, nice clear conditions, cooler temperatures overall, but they start to warm up over the next few days. We get to 83 later in this week, 77 by Tuesday evening with some showers across the area here in northwest Indiana. And there we go, look, chance of rain coming in for your Wednesday at 4 a.m., just before you're even thinking about waking up. And there we go. Chance of rain, 68 degrees, 69, 70. Doesn't go up much from there. 3 o'clock on your Wednesday afternoon. Pretty balmy overall here across the area. We're getting those showers out of here. Now, currently here, the muggy meter is at Pleasant. That's great. That means we don't have high dew points at all, and it's going to look pretty nice here across the area. So, for this evening, tonight, we're going to have 60 degrees with mostly clear skies. Just a gorgeous night to go out, enjoy yourself. Maybe go out to your evening classes and, don't have to take a huge jacket, but a light jacket will probably help you out. It's going to be a little chilly out there, but it's going to be nice overall. Tomorrow, 81 degrees, mostly sunny skies, wind southwest 5-10 miles per hour. Now, taking a look at your 7-day forecast, watch this. You're going to see, look at those temperatures. They go from 82 to 71, 75, 78, 77, 73, and then Sunday and Monday, we get back into the 70s with some better conditions overall, guys. I think it's going to be a pretty nice weekend coming up again with cooler temperatures, and for one, I could get used to it.
Beautiful. I'm really glad to hear that the nicer weather now is coming around time.
So what are you guys thinking of this weekend? Got any plans?
I know I've got to do some studying. It's exam week here.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I got some big exams. I got a big calc exam coming up next week.
So you're not going to be able to enjoy the sunny conditions?
No, maybe go out for a study break, maybe toss around the Frisbee a little bit, but hopefully enjoy a little bit, but definitely got to get on those books this weekend and start getting ready for some of those exams coming up.
All right.
Coming up next, sports.
Good morning, Valparaiso University. What's a better way to start your day than with a new jam? And WVUR has just what you need.
But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it... If dying young won't change your mind, baby,
Broadcasting sports, news, weather, and music on air, online, and on campus. WV.
Well, with the Popcorn Festival going on, let's just say business was booming with extra butter on it because 3 of Valpo teams were at home, including the women's soccer team. Let's go to the highlights right now. Friday night's foes were IPFW and heavy rainfall as the Crusaders battled at home for the second time this season. 26th minute coming up here. Senior April Cronin will be charging left side with the feed from Kelsey John. She shoots, she scores. From 10 yards out on the left footer, Crusaders lead 1-0. We will actually get to the highlights here in just a second, but yes, they did lead 1-0 coming up here. 7 minutes later, however, Natalia Contol floating around the box, square passes inside, and freshman Allie Quillen, who becomes the second freshman to score this season. She will tap it in the instep on the right side. That is 2-0 Valpo. And coming up here in the highlights, second half, 82nd minute, Fort Wayne threatening to score with a free kick. The shot denied by Crusader goalkeeper Tess Barrett, and that save saved her first career shutout this season. The Crusaders win 2-0, and that led them to Kalamazoo, Michigan as they traveled to Western Michigan. They unfortunately lost in overtime 3-2. Next match for them is at Cleveland State this Friday. Saturday was the men's turn as they opened Horizon League play at Detroit. Suleiman Thomas, the senior in the spotlight, honored before the game with his family. 58th minute, Detroit leading 1-0. Isaiah Madrid on the free kick 22 yards out, shoots it over the defensive wall and finds the back of the net to tie the game 1-1. Unfortunately, neither team could break the even score. Crusaders and Titans draw 1-1. Valpo traveling this Saturday to Belmont for another shot at a conference win. Valpo football on the road again in Stamford, Connecticut to avenge Sacred Heart, and the Pioneers got the last laugh once again. 42-14 your final. SHU scored 28 points in the second quarter alone. Valpo freshman quarterback Jimmy Seawald was 14 of 29 for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. Gene Renee had a big day with 3 big catches for 64 yards, averaging 21 yards a reception. Dave Cicchini and company will finally be at Brownfield this Saturday for their home opener against Trinity International. Kickoff is slated for noon Central Time. And finally, how can we not talk about the Popcorn Festival without Valpo Volleyball hosting their annual Popcorn Invitational? Southeast Missouri State, Central Michigan, South Dakota State, and Duquesne came to play. So, how well did the hosts perform? Here are your scores. First up on Friday, Valpo easily shut out Southeast Missouri State 3-0. Later that day, the entire tournament had to be moved to the courts of Northwest Indiana due to extreme humidity inside the arc, causing slippery floor conditions. That has never happened, by the way, in my 3 going on 4 years here. Anyhow, the Chippewas of Central Michigan edged the Crusaders 3-1. Then comes second half Saturday, the Jackrabbits of South Dakota State got shut out 3-0, giving Karen Avery her 400th career victory as a head coach, one of the youngest active coaches to achieve that milestone. Crusaders unfortunately fall to Duquesne in the tournament finale 3-1. Also, guys, Valpo men's golf finished second at their Crusader Collegiate Invitational last week. They're in day 2 of 3 at the Golf Week Program Invitational. Last week, we will have a feature on Karen Avery and her 400-win accomplishment next Monday right here on The Shield. And that is finally it for sports, guys. It's absolutely incredible how we had all of this sports just clustered, all these games clustered into one weekend after just a lot of inactivity. So, yeah, that will be it for sports today. Just
a lot going on.
A lot going on. Luckily, we'll tone things down for a little bit this week, and Jordan Morandini will have that recap for whatever comes this week right here on The Shield.
Fantastic.
That's a lot of sports, man.
It is indeed.
Next, we'll have Brendan Johnson live from the Dunes to give us a better look at what we can expect for weather in this upcoming week.
Good morning, Valparaiso University. What's a better way to start your day than with a new jam? And WVUR has just what you need.
But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it... If Daniel won't change your mind, baby,
Broadcasting sports, news, weather, and music on air, online, and on campus. WVUR is my jam.
It's much cooler outside than it was last week. Can we expect more of this spectacular weather, Brendan?
Hey, Max, Eric, 80 steps, that's what it took to get up to this location. Check out the view behind me, though. This is the Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore. It is absolutely stunning. Water's calm. Some folks are out this evening enjoying just this warm weather that we're going to have for the next couple of days. Let me take you through the 7-day forecast right now. Get out while you can is basically the weather story for the week. We're going to have these highs in the mid to lower 70s after this cold front passes through on Wednesday. We can see some showers there. mid-70s by the time we get to the weekend. Friday and Saturday, though, could see a potential chance of a shower, but then by the time we emerge into the work week next week, we'll see highs again in the mid-70s. Again, going to be really gorgeous. So, you know, we are starting to see summer kind of dwindle down a little bit, but the weather is going to be nice, so get out and enjoy it while you can.
Thanks, Brendan.
So it looks like we've got some storms coming in possibly this week, and is that really going to affect any of the games we've got scheduled?
We shouldn't. As long as there's not a single raindrop in the forecast, we should be able to have Valpo football's home opener this Saturday against Trinity International ready to go, as well as women's soccer. They will be at home this coming Sunday as well. Check ValpoAthletics.com full schedule. We will have all those highlights for you next Monday right here on The Shield.
Beautiful.
For David, Brendan, Eric, and myself, thank you for watching and have a great evening.